Morning guys, it's July 19th. Today is Wednesday and I'm recording the video for Tuesday, okay, July 18th. So since last night, July 18th evening, I was busy with my other stuff, so I couldn't record the video. So today is all about aggressive buyers and preferred sellers, preferred buyers area. So if buyers are super active, which they have to defend these areas. That's it. Whether you want to go long there or not, that's a different story, okay, because price is been going up and up and up. So NQ's dream number is also important. Holding below all three, sellers are there. Holding above all three, intraday buyers are active. Okay, so all you have to remember is aggressive buyers, preferred buyers, and dream number for NQ. If price is above all three, buyers are active. In between, you will get a rotation from one level to another. Clean day trading equal to either price hold above all three firmly or hold below firmly. Today is the last day for expectation for the down day. I was waiting since Thursday night. I said Tuesday up to Tuesday price can fall, but price made I forgot that one thing I forgot before making this statement was this week was a OPEX week, or is an OPEX week. So OPEX week, you can't do any expectation because price can just will be driven by options. But anyway, now it's too late. So and then 45.50 is important along with dream numbers, okay. And then personally I am neutral. Last 4 days I was considering long only after enough confirmation during the day, and I will follow the same process for the longs. So that means longs will be later on. I'm not going to do it early on. Once price confirms it, then later on I will take the longs, okay. Now at least if price is staying above all three, buyers will be there, right, and below sellers will be there, right. So that's a simple story. 45.50 is important, right. So 45.50 is important, right. This is a 45.50, right. So price which was yesterday's closing area, right. So closing is important, right. So price open, got rejection from 40, went to 46 and reversed, right. So while ES got rejection, right here from 50, right, of the open, which is right here, right, it was a VWAP and mid all confluence there, right, and 50 is important. And so right here, instead of shorting ES, ES is so strong so far, even better than NQ, right. So ES was still holding above Globex low at that time, right. So short doesn't make sense or long doesn't make sense from 50, in ES, because it's still technically holding this news driven low, I would say, right. So you have to wait to do something. Either price has to go higher to go long or lower to go short, okay. Still you have to worry about preferred buyers, right, but you can ping pong in between if you want to, and then NQ at the same time came down. PS like went through below this right here, the morning low, news driven low, all this thing, and it was coming from dream number. So I took the short in NQ right at this weekly level 795, right here in a smaller time frame, right here at the time of breakdown. And then I was targeting 740, this area where it spent a lot of time yesterday, and I was watching this level also 755. So NQ came down here, I was in 30 points I was making, I was holding it, and then ES started going higher, like this, right around 940 or so, while NQ was holding right here, right, at this level. So I said So in Discord I said, if you want to take profit and if ES and CS going higher, it is okay, or you trust the NQ's down move and hold your trade for a lower target and assume ES may fail, either here, fail breakout or something, right? But ES was so stubborn, it didn't break down, then it went here, right? So I actually shorted in ES around 53 or 55, both of them, like this, just because of NQ was holding. See, the condition for NQ was once it goes below this, that is what I said in Discord, right? It has to hold below aggressive buyers area, which is this area. This area, so as long as NQ is holding, ES may do a fail breakout, so that was the whole idea I was playing, right? So because of this, right, 55 is important, which is this area, right? That was also preferred sellers area, correct? So that's why I shorted it, okay, that it will do a fail breakout because NQ was holding here, see that? So I was holding both of them, right? And then ES actually came down here up to, I was looking for 50 revisit, I said I am not trusting this buyer until it revisits the 50 area, and then it goes up. Yes, I can trust these buyers, otherwise there is an open risk that it may come down, okay? So it is to solidify this area, like it just slice through it, right? It has to come back while NQ was holding lower. That was the whole idea. See, when NQ got a rejection from here, right, like pullback there was another short opportunity here, but the only problem was ES, it was going higher. So you can't take the short here because it comes with the risk unless you have a higher up location for the shorts. So you can hold your short, but new shorts will be little bit risky, 50% chance because of ES. So I didn't do anything here when NQ went down like this, right, at 740. See, that's where NQ broke down, right? It was doing step down. At this point I want ES, it was here, to go to 50, but damn thing did not even go to 50, and then it came back up. See, here I lost right there, so I lost few points in ES, and I cut NQ right here at 745. So I made money in NQ, I lost in ES, right? Overall net was profitable. Now here at this point ES was setting a stage up, for longs, right? So here at 57, when I got stopped out, I said you can go long at 57, in Discord, but I did not take the long. But in Discord I said if someone wants to do aggressive play, you can play long at 57, and then price has to hold above 53. That's it. That is what I said, so, and then here also I said 60, it has to defend 60 now, since it went above it, it has to hold it 60, but you can't take a long should be here, now you can manage your long and watch 60. Multiple times I said watch 60 because it can break down or go higher. 60 is important, it has to hold above it for buyers, and then you can see this, right? So you are holding this trade. Then I said 65 is, it will not respond at 65, which was yesterday's high or day before this. I said it will not respond, it will go to 67 or 72, which it did here, right there, then it pulled back. Now 65 is your new line in sand for your stop loss, so it has to hold 65. Damn thing held it 65 here, see that? Then it went higher. Now 65 is your new line in sand. So when it pulled back right here at 1226 or so, 1220 or something, I said 71 is your new line in sand, because here 72 was important and it went through it, right? So now it has to hold this 71. 65 is no longer a line in sand, and NQ, I think it was 862 or something I said at that time. See, you have to follow both. When I'm explaining this, you have to follow this also, right? So here in Discord I said, hold on, okay, so this was a Discord. Remember, see 1135, right? Remember last long has a stop at 763. So holding above 775, 780 NQ can still go higher. ES holding at 65 equal to buyer still there, right? So 1135, which was right here. That's what I typed, right? So, but before that I said, remember earlier long, right? That was a statement. So here, when price pulled back at 1054, I said this is the area. If someone wants to go long, 780 to 775 with stop at 763, you can go long, and it was 1056. So you can see ES was right here, pulling back to 65, see, which is 1056. Right here, after breakout over 65, it was pulling back, see, right here, okay? So here I said you can go long, stop at 763. And why? Because see, the condition was price has to hold below this area, right? Ideally after that it has poked here, 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 right? So technically it has to hold now above below this area, right? Now here it broke out, right? So it basically turned this area. Now you want to see this area acting as a support. That's why I said go long here, because at this time NQ had enough time to go down, but instead it chopped around. Finally, after chopping, it couldn't go down, it went through it, this area, right? So now this area will become a support. That's the whole idea. That's why I said go long here with stop at 763 if you want to go long. This is the area. Then you're holding it, price went higher, again NQ came down. So this time it came down up to 773, not 763. So technically you're still holding it with 763 stop, right? So, and if you held it without getting scared, say at that time ES 1134, right? So 1134 ES was here, 65 again, see? So at least ES is holding 65. So why get scared, right? If this can go down and ES goes below 65, then you have to worry, but still 60 as a buyer set. So, but anyway, it held it, right? So you're holding your trade, right? And then you just manage it. Now there was another long here, right at 807. If you want to take it, because now this is a failed breakdown. See this balance, breakdown, bounce from this support, going higher. You can now know that NQ is chasing towards Friday's high or this high, Globex high. You can take a trade here, right? And then I took the trade at 830, see right here, right? Because here at this time the way price was going higher, right? All the condition was in Discord, I said it has to go through not only this, but 820, 830 area, this dream number area, it has to go through it. Then buyers will be super active. So the moment it went through 830, right here, I took the long. Remember I said I always take a long later on. When price is going up and up and up, it makes sense to take a long later on, not early on, right? So then I took the long and I built out right here at 886, and ES also I went long at the same time, 1148, see, aggressively, which is right here, right? So right here, at 71, at this resistance level, right? And then I targeted this, basically 7 points here, that's it. And then I was out, right? So here in Discord I said you guys can take profit, or trail stop it, right here, right? Because now price is way too much high. Like it took like 20 minute or 15 minute to move 100 point in NQ, so it could be exhausted, then somebody said it's a OPEX. That's where I realized, oh, it is because of the OPEX. So at this point here I said NQ is looking for 16,000 round number, actually somewhere around here I said, so since somebody mentioned OPEX, right, then I immediately realized, okay, now it's looking for 16,000, so this was a later on long. If you want to take it, it's aggressive breakout, I wouldn't recommend, but probability wise most likely it will go to 16,000. So that's why this long occurs here above level. So you have to follow the level. See here, even though let's say it's exhausted situation, price is going higher, right? But look at, see that this area was listed as Friday's high, yesterday's high, right? And this is preferred buyers area, right? And you know that preferred buyers area, yesterday's closing and above dream number, which is this dotted line, buyers are fully active. So now you understand why I took this long later on, right? I didn't take these longs, but I suggested that if someone wants to take it, these are the longs, but I only took this because now it is following the pre-market notes about this preferred buyers area, dream number, aggressive buyers area, fully active. See, that's why I took this only long. Yes, same thing, aggressive buyers area, which is this 53, preferred buyers area, price didn't even go there, right? And now ES is like this, right? So that's why I said 57 you can go long, now you understand my rationale behind it. And then later on you can say that once it goes above yesterday's high, that will become a line in sand, and you can see it held it, went higher, right? Once it goes above this line, turn into support. Now you are watching these things, you don't have to go long here, but when you see it's watching it and it's turning into support, and like this you can go long, here also same thing, and then you can target this, right? So same thing for ES, level to level. And actually at one point in Discord I said which is hold on, so I was moving my line in sand higher and higher, so 12:15, right? So which is 12:15 right here when ES was higher up, right? I said line in sand is 71 in ES and 862 in NQ, right? So 12:15 and then 71, look, price moved down to 71 here. Yes, it poked below it 2 point, but it basically held it. So now you know when it holds it like this and you can see a reversal, immediately back up, right? You don't have to take a long here if you don't want to, but you can wait, you can assume this is a line in sand, right? And it held it, and now price reverse back up and tag this down move, you can go long here, right? Then same thing was 12:15 NQ, which is, I said it here, right, 862. Now look what happened after that, price went down to 866, see? So it basically held 862, then it went up like this, right? So you can go long right here, see? And that be all for today. So this is all the OPEX effect, so now I don't know, how far it can go up, but what I do know is this is a very good resistance area in NQ, all the way up to, actually very small, man, I drew it somewhere, but so this is a good resistance, and ES this is good resistance, okay? And this, that's it. And I am not expecting price to go above this by the end of this week, So by end of this week, it's OPEX, right? So people are going, this is all movement because of OPEX. So OPEX, after OPEX or at the last day of the OPEX, right, depending, price can still come down to 4550 or 4500, so you have to keep that idea open, and it can come down there either from here or here, so keep that idea in mind, anytime when you take a long. And that's pretty much it for today.